Hello, good evening, the time in Thailand. Actually, today I am going to start uploading the video from now on. I will to talk about the history of New York, which is I hear from someone. I can say who he is and I say who they are, but I cannot say that the person is really exists or the person is not just only my imagination or something that is close to imagination. First, I would like to start about the history that people may be ignore during the time in around 1600 and yes, 15 years, and that would be around 400 years ago. At that time, the people in United Kingdom and France would like to find a new opportunity, but when they came across the Atlantic Ocean, they will end up at around the area of Quebec or in the Canada instead of the middle of the United States of America right now, such as Massachusetts or Washington D.C. Right? I have been to United States of America only once, and I don't have really clear knowledge about geologically of the territory of United States of America right now. For example, I cannot remember that Wisconsin is. Right now I remember because of Mr. Biden win the Wisconsin, so the list is almost close, and that is to almost close to the election. Mr. Trump one win after the Wisconsin's secured by Mr. Biden. Or something like that. Yes, something like that. First, as around 1600 years, 15 years. At that time, people will go to Quebec. Why not in the middle of the USA right now, such as Pennsylvania or Washington D.C.? Because of in that area there are too many Indians, and there are a lot of Indians that who angry the invader, the person who came across from the ocean. They don't know at all, and they start attacking because of from the memory of most of the Indian, they think that they are like a pest. The people from the European are like a pest, All of us need to kill all of them because of if they come from somewhere, one day they will secure the land, and one day they will try to kill us. We don't believe in them, something like that, and we don't believe in what they will say, or we don't believe in what they believe, especially when missionary came across from Europe to North America. At first, they will try to be friendly and talk to the most of the Indians nicely and try to make friends, try to do something good for them, try to teach the religion to many Indians. But later time, if they not accept that Indian is the owner of all of the land and start doing by their own on something, they will get punished and most of them will get killed. Just only they don't touch people in the, they have people who have the white skin and people in the European. They know about the theoretically about where the Europe is from the missionary, but they know not quite a lot. They know sometimes, they know from time to time, and it is not recorded in any of their books, which they don't have books. They have just only a little bit of the writing pieces, such as one of the cave writing about the record of this year something. The elder or one of the priests in their religion will go to the cave and lie on, not on the logs, but they will lie on the piece of wood. And that piece of wood is destroyed by most of the European people during 1,700 years in the Christian year. Why? Because of when they try to, the European people try to capture and try to talk to them, most of them care this piece of wood a lot. Is this the good and the history of the Indian? But that history of the Indian is not survive to the day, mostly the brutality of the European people during their invasion to North America. The invasion start from groups of people who went to North America. Before that time, some of them, like 1,300 years, Christian years, some of them went to the middle of the North America and come back. They always say that there is nothing over there. There is no crop, and it is really hard to find food inside of the North America region, and it's too cold to make the harvest in make the agriculture. Why don't people from North America went to North America? People from European went to North America before that. Because all of the region in Europe still unoccupied from a lot of war occurring in the Europe itself. So people who fled to North America, sometimes they are the refugee from the war, in some war. And they think that it is not worth enough to come back to country, such as the Denmark, who is the which the country is the middle of the war between the Scottish and the Nordic. They keep occupied by German or Scottish or Nordic. It depends on the period. Why they not start settle and making something in America? Because of the Indian mostly. When all of the land in Europe start being dense or being occupied, people in Europe start immigrate to the North America, to the South America, to these two regions. Not Africa, because Africa is too hot for them. Why is in the Quebec or in the Ottawa, something like that? Not in the middle area. It is because of one of the city that is evacuated from actually the one city is destroyed by the soldier of Turkey. Actually, Turkey keep invading until they came to France, and groups of the city in the left side. I don't know how many city, but I can remember how many city. But later time I will find the information. On the left side of the France and the top left of the France, they have many ships for evacuation. And they went to start settle in Quebec. It starts from the war. Why don't they go further? That area is very cold, so Indian doesn't like as well. The light is as well, and it is safe from Indian a lot. When they come allow 2,000 people. When they make the city, Indians have only allowed 50 or 60 people patrolling around the city of Quebec. So this is our number by the people by the European, by the French. I would like to tell that that is the story of the Quebec, why why Canadians use French. That is not, yeah, that is start of North America history. But before that, there are two groups of the people who flee from draft from Chinese group of Chinese. So Indian actually, some group is Chinese, I think, but it's old time Chinese, maybe around 200 or 300 years before Christian year, just 200 or 300 years after. At that time, the war that start splitting three countries, right? That is the end. But at the beginning of that war, people start immigrate to North America and become Indian. Why they use the language different from the one that used for in China. Not because of they are the people who have the education. They don't have education. They just farmer or the hunter. And they came with small ship which need to go to Lassen and Alaska before immigrate down to the California area. And from the California, they start spreading to the right side. And they don't like the right side because of as you know, the skin has not many fat. Until 200 years after this, they increased the population to around 10,000. They don't have the look of the Chinese anymore. But from the history and from the everything, it seems that they don't have the trace of the Chinese from the geography. That's true. Why? Because the people in China at that time, not the people in China in the today condition. The old China people already died. They died from war. They died from many war. They don't have Han is same race as Cham. So they shot thin and not well built and all. Why the old China people die before you see? And is there any remaining? No, there is no remaining. The old China people is tall and look as Caucasian. Yes, but skin has few fat. This is what they say. They keep killing each other until everything ends. That's a tragic story. In North America, when some of groups of the farmer and a group of investor came by ship to the port of the first port in America is the area around Pennsylvania. That is the first port. Why the first port is over there? Not because the French who live in Quebec going down to New York and Pennsylvania to do some business. No. Because of a groups of Indian at that time accepts the bribery. Actually, we call bribery, not because of money, or not the money. Why? They keep saying about if we allow you to enter the country or being with us, other group will get mad at us and try to kill us. And if we want start everything with business with them, they will feel that we are too shallow and we don't need any of them to stay with European people. So they not trust that the betraying of the other Indians tribe will make the other tribe will make everything good to them, except that European you have to pay very much to us. Starting doing business, and most business is about cotton, because at that time the cotton can be found in a lot of North America region, and that cotton can put in a ship and going to be sold in London at the price allowed, if we compare that, it's like allow 1 roll, quite high roll. The diameter is allowed 1 foot and a little bit. The cost is quite high. It's about $800. The cotton is very soft and can make the cost very thin. If you use like other, such as the people at that time, the farmer maybe use glass or something like that. For the detail, I think that you need to present or make an equipment, so I can recollect some of the knowledge that is lost during the time. Glass or the sandbag clothes, right? They make by themselves. They don't have the shop at all. Cotton is for king only, and they can put like one chip. After 3 ship, you can retire. It's too easy. Actually, it's too easy. When the start of the New York State, people from Pennsylvania think that this area is too dangerous from Wallace, or because at that time most of the area and during the time is covered with uh, ice age creature or something. I don't I don't know. Okay, I don't know specific word. Um, they keep destroying things rather than if staying research at that time. The area is very cold and cannot grow anything. They don't know how to grow things in the New York area. Why they move to New York? From the experience from one man who lived from 2,000 years ago. He told us that they think that this area is still empty. No Indian. Only a few Indian have, they say like a confiscate the land rather than the owner of the land because of the owner is belong to other tribe, but they confiscate it. It's really vast land, and they say about confiscate is they're talking about 10,000 acres or something. They don't say they don't say about just only few hundred meters or something. No. When they talk to people from the European, if you want the land, you can pay me first only $5. Okay, I will leave the area because of it's a 10,000 acre area, and we ask us only maybe 3 or 4 to grow something. They start with they start with strawberry. They start with the fruit rather than growing the corn or something. Yes, strawberry and peach. What he did, and after a few weeks since the start, because of most people just think about the first person that we got, the first person maybe right now living in Russia, being Russian. The first groups alive and the next group alive, just only 2 months, the city of New York start being shaped from just first group is just only 15 person. That is exact number, 15 person. 2 family, and increased to 323 in only 2 months. Mainly because of Indian spreading the word to Pennsylvania that there is a new land that we allow European people to stay. You need to pay us. There will be someone accompany you to the land. And actually New York starting from Indian.